Hello dear students, in this video we are going to learn about diary entry. Now what is a diary entry and why do we write it? Now diary plays a very important role in our life. When we have nothing to do, we write a diary. We write a diary to express ourselves. We share our feelings. We treat it as a friend. We can write our opinions, our thoughts, our feelings, our experiences and the events that occurred in a day in our life, and we can write that in our own language, in our own words, in a very free manner. So diary plays a very important role in our life. In this video we are going to learn how to write a diary, what is the format of diary, and what important points we can keep and we should keep in our mind while writing the diary. So the very first thing that we have to write while starting the diary entry is the day, date and time. The day and date, it is written on the very first line when we start the diary entry. And in the next line, after leaving a line space, we are writing the time at which we are writing the diary. Generally, we write the diary at the end of the day to record everything that happened in that day. Here we can record all the important events that happen in our life in a day, and generally we write the important things that happen. We are not writing the irrelevant things or something which is not significant. We will only write the important things that happen in our life. So day, date and time, this is the most important and the very first thing that we write in a diary. Next, these are some steps that you must follow when you are writing the diary. So I already told you that we will write the day, date and time. Next, we have to write it in the first person. First person means you will use the pronouns like I, because you are writing the diary, so you will write I. You can also use we. So you can say I am, I was. You can write we are, we were. So this way you can write your diary. Then you must write the events, the main events that happened or that occurred in a day in past tense, because the time has already passed and you're writing the diary at the end of the day. So you will write all the sentences in the past tense. Then you should always write the diary in a chronological order, like the events will be recorded in a chronological order, in the order in which they occurred in a day. Okay, suppose you woke up in the morning and you had your breakfast, then you went to your school, you had your games, you had some nice assignments, you got prize, you got appreciated by teacher. So all these things should be recorded in a chronological order, one by one, in a serial order in which they occurred in your day. Then you will always include your personal feelings and emotions. You will write that how did you feel when something happened in your life, when something happened in a day. How did you feel? Were you happy or were you sad when it happened? So you must write these things in detail. And you should use informal style. You can use informal style while writing the diary. There is no such hard and fast rule that you have to go with the formal words and very straight simple. You can use simple language. You can just use your own feelings and you can express it freely in the diary entry. This is your personal diary. You can write it in your own free way. Now here is the format of the diary entry. So here first of all you can see we have got the day and date. As I told you, we'll write the day and date first. Then we'll leave a line space, and then we'll write the time. After the time, we'll again leave a line space and give the salutation. So here we'll start with dear diary, because we are actually addressing the diary. So you'll write dear diary. Then again after dear diary, after the salutation, we'll leave a line and we'll write the body. The body of the letter contains the important events. So important events will be having the beginning, like how your day began, what did you do. So all those things you will write in the beginning. Then what happened next, that you will write in the middle part, and the last part will be your future course of action, where you will write the things like, okay, something happened today, so what is your opinion, how are you going to take it further. So that way you will finish the body of the diary, and after that you will leave a line space and write your name. So this is the format of the diary. Now, while writing the diary, we often fall short of words because we are not able to understand how to take the events and how to jot them down in the diary. So here are some words that can help you. I'll share this chart with you in the class, and I'll share it to you with through the offline mode also, but you must see this chart here. So this is about how and when and what happened and how did you feel. So all these expressions, all these phrases you can use while you are writing the diary. So for when did it happen, you can write this morning, at first, as soon as I woke up, before long, after a while, afterwards, during, later, in the meantime, at that moment, eventually, in the end. Then how did it happen? How did something happen? You can write like without a sound, without warning, as fast as I could, in the blink of an eye, awkwardly, silently, cautiously, in a flash, wildly, softly, trying not to make a sound. Similarly, children, you can also write your diary. How did you feel about something in your diary? Like sadly, hopefully, you were not very, it was very sad, something where you were not very happy with the thing. You can write that. Luckily, something happened. Nervously, frantically, unfortunately, I felt terrible. You can write, it was the worst. I was so happy when my heart was thumping in a state of terror. And children, you can use these informal phrases in your diary. I told you, you can write your diary in a free manner. You can write it freely. You can express yourself freely in your diary. So you can use these phrases, informal phrases, which we generally don't use in the formal way, formal writings. So you can write like, by the way, you will never believe that this, but guess what happened? The thing is, I won't even go there anyway. Besides, perhaps, maybe, I wonder if, can you believe it? So children, these are some of the phrases which you can use in your diary entry. Now, we can also use some time connectivities. Now, this is very similar to the one which we discussed just before this chart. So here time connectivities are also like this, help you to connect one event to the other and helps you switch from one event to the another. So when you're writing a paragraph in the body of the diary, you can use these time connectivities to express yourself. So here, like to begin the diary, you can use the time connectivities like, firstly, this morning, it all began, to begin, first of all, initially. You can use the time connectivities to move the time on, to move on with the time. You can use these connectivities like next, secondly, after that, then, later on, as time passed, afterwards, a few minutes later, a moment later, before long, at that point, after a while. You can use the given time connectivities to end your diary like, at last, finally, in the end, eventually, at the end of the day, to end the day. And the last one is the time connectivities for surprise. You are surprised to see something or to experience something. So how will you express it? So here are some phrases, some words which you can use like, suddenly, without warning, all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, within seconds, out of nowhere. So children, these are the phrases which you can use when you are writing a diary. I hope you have understood how to write a diary and the format of the diary entry. You can practice the format and you can try to write diary entries in your own words and see this video again and again if you feel that few things are not clear. So children, this is all for today. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.